Yep.
We are on and recording.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Darius Shonfar, Finance Chair of the City of Albany Industrial Development Agency. We have a quorum here today, with only, I think, Chris Betts and Joe Bett are not in attendance. First order of business, as always, I would call for a motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes and to approve them as presented. Move. Second. All right. Any additions, changes, deletions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. We have no unfinished business today, so we'll move on to new business, which is our annual review of agency policies. They have been included in materials, posted online. I don't believe anything really changed from previous years, but, I don't know.
I'm happy to provide a summary overview. Thank you, everyone. So beginning on page 5, we've got 3 policies up for review: procurement, investments, and financing guideline review. Just in a summary overview, but please stop me with any questions. The agency's procurement policy establishes standards to ensure goods and services are required at the lowest reasonable cost, providing unfair preference. Purchases must use competitive methods, verbal or written, or formal RFPs based on the dollar thresholds. Services, emergencies, secondhand goods, and purchases under 500 may be exempt from competitive solicitation when in the industry agency's best interest. All procurements require documentation, including justification when awards are made to other than the lowest responsible offer. Policy for the mandates inclusion of equal employment and MWBE participation provisions in solicitations and contracts and requires annual review. The current thresholds for general purchases, 500 to 2,999 are 2 verbal quotes. Anything above 3,000 requires 3 written. Anything involving public works, 500 to 2,999, 2 verbal. 3,000 to 4,999, 2 written, and anything above 5,000, 2 written solicitation. That was the procurement. Moving on to investment. The investment policy governs the deposit and investment of agency funds, ensuring compliance with New York State General Municipal Law. Depositories are designated by board resolution with specific maximum balances, and all funds exceeding FDIC limits must be properly secured. Officers designated as investment officers may invest funds not required for immediate expenditure, secure instruments such as CDs, government obligations, state obligations, and consistent with statutory provisions. Policy outlines requirements for custodianship, commingling of funds, and maintenance of detailed investment records. Quarterly reports and annual investment report, annual audit, and board review are required to maintain oversight and safeguard agency assets. Finally, moving on to the statement of intent, financing guidelines regarding debt. The agency's debt-related guidelines affirm its mission to support projects to create or retain jobs and stimulate private investment within the city of Albany. The agency may issue conduit debt for eligible projects, such as obligations payable solely from the credit or revenues from the benefiting borrower, not the agency, city, or state. Any debt intended as general obligation of the agency will require specific financing guidelines adopted by the finance committee at the time of issuance. In all cases, the agency issued debt is not a financial obligation of the city of Albany or New York State.
Great.
Questions, comments, concerns, obvious errors, which are all on.
I don't think we have anything. Moving on to the finance committee self-evaluations on page 15. Again, the material is kind of a list of the things that the committee has done over the past year. Self-explanatory. Then we move on to our professional services agreements, 2025. We'll start the legal services between the IDA and the city of Albany.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can take those. In sequence, see, we have legal service general counsel. We good? Oh, sorry.
Please proceed.
Oh, okay. I step over you. With this.
I didn't mean to be rude.
No, please. It's me. You guys, I defer to the good judgment.
We just had something more interesting to talk about.
That's also a TPA. Well,
Why don't you share it with all of us?
Sure that we didn't need official motions. You just did.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a positive rec, because it's just a review.
Right.
Be saving for myself. The first, special service agreement, corporate counsel, between the city and the IDA for calendar year 2026. Encompasses general legal services, rendering of statutory opinions, participation in conference with agency teams appropriate, $42,000 annually. And I'm sorry, these all begin on page 16 of your packet. Bond and special counsel, calendar year 2026. Scope includes coordination with corp counsel on applicant projects. Bond counsel duties, including stipulations on validity of issuance, security documentation, interest exemption, and federal exempt status. Trade lease transaction counsel, whose oversight of appropriate authorization and execution, and consultation on non-applicant projects and policies. This is budgeted for $20,000 annually plus incidental charges. Next page. The professional services agreement between Capitalize Albany, City of Albany IDA, and the City of Albany CRC for calendar year 2026 includes economic management and administrative support by CAC to the IDA and CRC. It's a value of $695,451, which is a 10% year-over-year increase. The professional service agreement between the IDA and the CRC for calendar year 2026. Scope is to assist with economic development programs. Budgeted at $250,000. That's no change. And the agreement of professional services agreement between Capitalize Albany and the CRC for calendar year 2026. Again, the scope, assist with economic development programs. Budgeted for a value of $40,000. That's changed from $20,000 in 2025. Payable directly to Capitalize Albany as a one-time disbursement.
It's just this, that'll just be a CRC, that's
Oh,
that's
sorry.
the change.
That was for my next meeting.
Change from last year that we discussed
Yeah,
during budget.
I moved.
Budget, so budget. Nice preview.
Don't tell the
CRC.
CRC.
All right. Any questions from anybody?
And we want a positive rec on those.
In the
because the
past, we've
contracts-
taken these individually to reflect any potential conflicts that members have.
All right. So I guess we'll start with the motion to recommend legal services for general counsel to the full board, positive recommendation. Motion,
I'll make a motion.
all right, second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Next, the motion for legal services for bond / special counsel. Motion
Motion.
for positive recommendation, to be clear. There's a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Have a professional services between Captain Albany and the IDA,
And we'll note that Tony will recuse.
okay? Have a motion for positive recommendation.
Motion.
All right, second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And last, the contract for services for economic development. Can I have a motion for positive recommendation?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
and Tony's abstaining. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any other business? Agency update?
I did think of one thing, Ashley, just a teaser for the governance committee meeting. We plan to hold that for both the IDA and CRC prior to the board meetings. Next week, anyone who can make that, please do. We'll be going through our typical housekeeping items, but also we do plan to have our.
Any compliance update?
We're compliant.
We're wicked compliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Next week, we will be starting our year-end compliance, so I'll have some very fun forms for all of you.
I anxiously wait.
Yeah.
All right, well, any other business? Hearing none, I ask for motion to adjourn. I'll move. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.